Was the Muslim right in attempting to kill the bishop known as Mar Mari in Australia? From an objective point of view, obviously not. But what about Islam? What about the Islamic point of view? Was the Muslim acting consistently with Islam? The terrorist certainly believes so, because he attacked the bishop because of what he said about Islam. The only way to answer that question is by going directly to the Islamic sources and asking the orthodox Islamic scholars throughout the centuries. These scholars know all the Quran verses and oral traditions and all the methods of interpretation to know how to form the correct view and rulings concerning Islam. In the Hadith, the oral traditions about Muhammad's actions and his words, it is authentically reported that the blood of someone only becomes impermissible to be shed if they become a Muslim. Scholars such as Ibn Taymiyyah made clear that that which permits the blood of the original disbeliever is removed by him entering Islam. And Ibn Hajar al Asqalani, potentially the greatest Islamic scholar in history, he said that the disbelief is what permits the blood of people, and their blood is only protected if they have a covenant of security. And Al-Shafi, the founder of the Shafi'i school of jurisprudence, he made clear that he allowed the shedding of the blood of mature men who refrain from belief if they do not have a covenant. But there is a disagreement whether you can kill everyone. For example, the crippled, the mentally ill, monks, etc. Those who belong to the Shafi'i school of jurisprudence are of the opinion that it is permissible to kill a monk, a workman, an old man, a blind man, and the chronically ill who do not fight. And Ibn Hazm was of the opinion that you can kill bishops, monks, and that the hadiths that prohibit their killing is not authentic. So now let's go back to the question whether it was right for the Muslim to have tried to kill the bishop. Since Marmari is a disbeliever, he can be killed by default. Since Marmari did not have a covenant of security, he can be killed by default. But because he is a bishop, there is a disagreement about whether he can be killed. Some Muslims will say yes, others will say no. So on this issue, it is not definitive, there is no clear answer. But here is where things change. Everything I said up to this point, the whole discussion as to whether the bishop could be killed, it is with regards to ordinary situations where the bishop does not do anything wrong in the Islamic point of view. Bishop Marmari has spoken out against Muhammad's prophethood and Islam. He said that there are mistakes in the Quran. He said that Islam is man made and that polygamy, which Islam allows, is lustful. By logical necessity, he is attributing fault to Muhammad and his character and his religion. He openly made himself an enemy of Islam by saying these things. Muhammad had multiple people killed who used their speech against him. Malik was even of the opinion that merely saying that Muhammad's cloak was dirty in order to find fault with him, it warrants his execution. And Ibn Taymiyyah said that attributing fault or defect to Islam is considered to be waging war, so it warrants someone's execution. And Al-Subki said that if one were to mention God or his book or religion or his Prophet Muhammad with what should not be, he is killed. There is a lot more to be said, but as Qari Iyad said, know that all who curse Muhammad or attribute imperfection to him in his person, his religion, or any of his qualities, or alludes to that or its like by any means whatsoever, or belittling him, or detracting from him, or finding fault with him, the judgment regarding such a person is the same as the judgment against anyone who curses him. He is killed. All of this is the consensus of scholars and the imams of fatwa from the time of the companions until today. Marmari found fault with Muhammad and his religion. It is a consensus that he is to be killed under Islam. This is not under dispute. The only question is whether the average Muslim can go ahead and kill the enemy of Islam, or whether it should go through the proper channels like the local Imam. But since the authentic hadiths report that Muhammad condoned a blind man who killed the slave mother of his children for insulting Muhammad, it is clearly permissible for the average Muslim to take it into his own hands. Maybe Muslims will say that it would be better to do it under Islamic rule and for it to go through the local Imam. But it is nevertheless clearly permissible in Islam to do what this Muslim did. Maybe it is not the preferred option, but it is nevertheless permitted in Islam. If you are a Muslim and you are angry with anything I said in this video, keep in mind that I only read the Muslim sources and orthodox Islamic scholars. I didn't say anything from my own point of view. I only shared with you what Orthodox Islam is according to Orthodox Islam. So if you are angry at your own religion, not me. So just keep that in mind. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this informative. Remember to always like and comment to help the algorithm. Share this with other people if you found this helpful. And please subscribe to help me grow this channel. God bless you and your family. Have a blessed day.